Good morning and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie. We will be looking at the race meeting from Gravel on the turf track. Today is the 16th of May. We welcome you to Outsider Genie, and what we do here at Outsider Genie is we do form analysis and then we find outsiders that we can give to you for you to add into your play so that should those outsiders do arrive, you would be getting the bigger payout. So you can subscribe to this video, just hit the subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll be notified every day that when the video is posted. You can also find us on Twitter. We also post this video on Twitter every day. And we are not currently active on Instagram, although we have an Instagram account, and this is our contact details: 0835855133. We do offer, on top of the video, we do offer a special service where we give you our daily form analysis, which includes trifectas, quartets, exactas, value bets, best bets of the day. That is for the person who wants more than just the video. And you can sign up now. You've got a few packages available. You can sign up now for a 14-day package. That is for the normal price would be $250 because that's 50% of our monthly package, but we will give you a 14-day package for 175 Rand only. Then we got our normal package for 500 Rand. If you sign up now, which is in the middle of the month till end of May, you'll get 200 Rand. It will cost you 200 Rand. Then we got a best value package that is for now till the end of the champion season, the 3rd of July. It is 800 Rand. It was 900 Rand, but since we are already moving to the second part of the month, it will be 800 Rand, and normal value would have been 1,500 Rand. And of this packages, you will receive all the selections on the big race days. On the big race days, we are not, we only give our selections and video to the subscribers. And although today is a big race meeting, we will also give people access to this free video for today. But as we progress through the season, definitely some days will only be for subscribers. If you purchase this package, you'll get a free consultation of the Genie, plus you can pay 500 Rand now and 300 Rand end of May. Then we're launching this new service. A lot of punters have asked me that they don't want to have all these trifectas, quartets, and things. All they want is horses they can punt on the nose and all to comes. And also there were some guys who said if we can give more than just one pick six for different values. So what we now give is we give you 2 top bets, 2 each way value bets. We actually, yes, and then give you free all to comes, a top all to come. That is normally shorter price, like today, it's 5 to 2, a value all to come. Today's all to come is 24 to 1, and our outsider all to come for today is 54 to 1, which you can play each way or just win or just place. Then we also got for pick six players, we now give you free pick six selections. We give you our normal value, which is not more than 150 Rand for 1%. And then we can give you a pick six for 5%. And then we can give you a pick six for 100%. Yesterday at Terfontein, that was the first time that we did it. Yeah, we basically got our money back on the pick six, 1%. On the pick six for 5%, we made a profit of about 300 Rand, and unfortunately, the pick six, we only had 2 horses, and then they ran second and third, so that one went a bit south. But the pick six yesterday only paid 14,000 Rand. So then also, if you're a jackpot player, you can use the mirror legs of the pick six. The cost of this service is 10 Rand a day, and irrespective of the 1 or 2 meetings, or if it's 31 days, then it's to your advantage. Then the cost will be 300 Rand a month. So we offer you package 1, subscribe from 15 May to 31st of May, 150. But I just want to mention that if you take this package for 200 Rand from now till the end of May, you will also get this new selections, because what I'm doing is I am, for my current subscribers, including this service as a bonus to the current selections that they're receiving. So for package 2, you can subscribe from 15 May to end of June. That package will cost you 350 Rand. And then if you subscribe now, you'll get the rest of May for free, and you pay for 3 months, June, July, and August, and that would have been 1,050, and you pay 700 Rand. So contact us should you be interested in taking one of these packages to get our selections. So now we move on to the Turffontein racing. Now the first race is a juvenile plate, which you do know now by now. We don't give selections. So let us have a look at the betting. Here we have number 12, AJ's Captain, 18-10, Darjeeling 3-1, Cholimo 7-2, West Point 4-1, Anfin Lad 7-1, Rodriguez 16-1, 16-1, Bush Tracker 33-1, executive decision, and 60-1, and longer the rest. Personally, I am in the camp of number 4. Yesterday, I didn't give the selection, but I also give you that also short tally, something in Newmarket in the rain or something like that. I can't remember the name now. So here in the second race, the betting is as follows: 13-10 Aristocracy, and then this number 14 is 33-10. I'm not going to even pronounce that name. Dawn Raider 4-1, King Spear 8-1, Mama's Boy 10-1, 20-1 Prince Tyron, 20-1 Purple Dominance, 25 Shamusi, 40-1, and better the rest. Now here in race 2, my first selection is the number 8 horse. Now, guys, I don't normally go for first timers, but here we have the situation that the Grand Scotsman stable is in form. They priced up this horse 13, and certainly they know something. It's a VAR called. It's got Lyle Hewitson on board. He's had 17 rides for this trainer, 4 wins, 2 seconds. And so certainly it looks to me that it's like a bit of a jockey strike here. And I've got a feeling that number 8, Aristocracy, today will be the business here in race number 2. And then my outsider selections is number 4. This is King Spear. It's a 3-year-old King's Barnes. I really like this King's Barnes. Unfortunately, he is deceased by National Emblem. This horse didn't run well in his first 3 runs. And then had a bit of a long rest and came back and ran a nice race behind Casimo, running third, 4.9 behind. And I'm sure this horse can build on that to be included in the finish today here. And my other outsider selections is number 12, Mama's Boy, who's also been running a few places, and the Tony Reverend stable is in form. My other outsider selection is number 11, Dawn Raider, which I also see is improving and can be involved in the finish here, number 11, Dawn Raider. But certainly I do, and then there's another first timer which I can't pronounce the name. It's a Dynasty by a High Chaparral. It does look based on the breeding that this horse might need a little bit further. Also jumping from draw 14, especially for a first timer, which might be a bit of a problem. So my selection, I'm going to stick with number 8. I just hope I don't land up with egg on my face afterwards. But I remember this mare. I think also she won a few, and certainly a few big names involved here in this horse. So certainly must have been a looker. Then we goes to number 3, which is a merited 80 handicap over 1,200 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Gilboa, 33-10. Popo Champisi, 9-2. Mashari, 9-2. Burning Wings, 11-2. Fly the Coop, 10-1. 10-1, Wiz of Oz. Desert Road, 10-1. Pink Floyd, 12-1. Here comes Drain, 12-1. 20-1, and better the rest. Scratch number 14. Now, here in race number 3, my first selection is the number 3 horse. This horse is way up in ratings. He's running here in the C79, but has run against some strong opposition. Last time out against King's Road, awkward place, he's late, everything went wrong. But today he is getting off 4 kilograms, and it's also from the Grand Courts stable, so it might pay to take the Grand Courts and double here with Burning Wings. Is getting off the 4 kilograms. Then my outsider selections is numbers 2 and 4. Number 2 being Fly the Coop. It's a 3-year-old. They haven't had a lot of runs. It's nicely bred. And I think can improve on that last race running in behind Brass Bell was behind Burning Wings, but with Burning Wings getting the -4, Burning Wings still have the edge on number 2 Fly to Coop. But number 2 Fly to Coop did run on nicely, was last time out, and I think can also improve on that. And then my other outsider selection is number 4 Whiz of Odds. Whiz of Odds is also a horse that runs there and thereabouts. And I think from draw 4 can certainly be a contender. Has been running against stronger than he's meeting here at the moment, and is already a 3-time winner, so certainly not a slouch. And then also you need to have to look at number 1, which is the horse coming from Gauteng Gilboa. Last time ran behind him a Quackers, but that was certainly not a very good field. And will have to show that he deserves to be here today. So let's move on to race number 4, which is the first leg of the Pick 6, and certainly not an easy first leg, the 1600 meters maiden plate. Here we have number 12, Into Marvel 7-2, Rock Flight 4-1, Indigo Moon 4-1, 214 9-2, 6-1 Siberian Sunset, Highborn 10-1, 25-1, and longer the rest. So here my selection is the number 4 horse. Now the number 4 horse is like Rock Flight. This is a half sister to Irish Flame by Flying the Flag. This horse has runs up a couple of places, but last time I got bumped twice at the start, and that was it. Race over. He never had a chance after that. Now back today over the 1600 meters, where it ran some nice races previously, and I think today from draw 5 is certainly going to be hard to beat in this field. My outsider selection is number 2, Siberian Sunset. This horse has also been running thereabouts. I think last time out was just a little bit far, but certainly a horse that you need to include for your trifectas and quartet selections. And then also number 6, Highborn. Highborn is also a Flying the Flag filly, and it looks like this horse only has had 3 runs and is improving. Craig Zaki from draw 6, certainly also a contender. Number 7, Indigo Moon, also a horse that has got the chance for re-on board, and certainly that makes him dangerous. He can win this race. He can win this race. And then here's number 12, the favorite in the Marvel, Lyle Hewitson from draw 12. Yeah, improved last time behind Let's Not Linger. That was on the poly, now back on the turf. Has been running behind She's a Keeper, which is now turning out to be a above average horse. So number 12 certainly in with a chance, but I think Rock Flight from draw 5 might be the better proposition here. We then move on to race number 5, which is a Pinnacle Plate over 1600 meters. And here we have a very short play favorite, 11-20, Silver Operator 5-1, Do It Again 11-20, 5-1 Silver Operator, Sovereign Spirit 5-1, Sir Michael 16-1, 28-1, Guru's Pride 28-1, and scratch number 10, Good Time Guy. Now, certainly in this race, it's a pinnacle stake, and Do It Again should have no problem disposing on this field. This twice-time July winner. He's been running against horses way above the ability in this race, and should certainly be a huge runner and a banker for many. Maybe Silver Operator is the one that can upset the upper card. Vaughan Marshall is having a good time so far in KwaZulu-Natal, and should something go wrong, I think Silver Operator would be the one to pick up the pieces. Of the rest, number 7 and 5 to me looks like they can also be involved in the finish. Solid Gold also there and thereabout, and also Sovereign Spirit. But based on previous races, number 7 will have a hard time beating the favorite, as they are do it again and are carrying the same weight as Silver Operator. But there's a big difference. Is Do It Again is an American of 129, and Sovereign Spirit is 124. So there's 2.5 kilograms in a disadvantage. So we then move to race number 6, which is the East Coast Cup, listed over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Lady of Steel, 7-10. Secret Mistress, 6-1. Rattle Mouse, 9-2. Catch a Falling Star, 10-1. 16-1, Ocean Forest. Keep on Dancing, 18-1. Jacqueline, 18-1. And 18-1, Silver Magic and Flyer of Saigon, 35-1, and better the rest. Now, here the hot favorite is number 1. And in the handicap, surely has got, the beating of this field. But if you look at the best weight handicap, and people, I also want to tell you, these guys are correct 80% of the time. Now, number 1, Lady Steel, has run once over 2,000 meters, running third year last time in Wellington behind Summer Pudding. And surely based on that, then she should be a good bet, as she ran behind Summer Pudding the other day. But she's carrying 61.5. And here you have number 12, which is carrying Catch a Falling Star, carrying 58.5, 3 kilograms less, and not far behind in that. And I can tell you that Grant Cotson is on record that he says that this horse is a good horse. And she has, beaten some, has run some good races. And I just got a feeling that this horse, it has run at Gravel before behind Mayabi Gold, only 5 lengths behind in July on the 20th, over 2,000 meters. And it ran a relatively good race, but is drawn 12 today, which is not a good, it's a disadvantage. But you can see this horse can run on well, ran on strongly, stayed on well. And that's what you want. This is a horse that's going to stay on. If Lady Steel is going to start coming up for breath, Catch a Falling Star will be there. She will also be running on from behind, because but she normally, sometimes you do sit up with the pace. I'm not sure what they're going to do today, but I'm certainly got the feeling that number 12, for Catch a Falling Star, is definitely going to run a huge race here. But unfortunately, the draw 12 is a bit of a concern. So then outsider selections in this race is numbers 4 and 7 for me, which is, sorry, I'm now race 6. Sorry, 7 and 8, 7 and 8. Scented Mistress, also a horse that can surprise, also been running there and thereabouts, ran nicely behind She's a Keeper running in the WSB 1900 meters. So certainly number 7, Scented Mistress, not a donkey either, but has never run over 2,000 meters. So one is not sure how she is going to perform over the 2,000 meters. And then we have Rattle Mouse here. Rattle Mouse is also a horse that had running some decent races in her time against some good opposition as well. Although here in the Hamilton, behind Summer Pudding was behind the favorite, and would probably find it difficult to turn the form around. But I have seen more surprise results than this. Also ran in the She's a Keeper race just behind Scented Mistress. And surely can also be there when if Lady of Steel fluff her lines. And then I think the rest of the bunch is just like taking their chances, hoping maybe for a place or something. So let's move on to the big race today. Now here, the 1900 World Sports Betting is as follows. Here we have Crown Towers at 2-1, Shisha Keeper 7-2, Double Mint 9-2, Zilzal 9-1, Trip to Africa 12-1, Trustful 12-1, Marching Together 16-1, Black Ball 16-1, and rest, and number 8 Bulgarian is scratched. Now, if we have a look here at the handicap, okay, Bulgarian is 8 now. We've got Double Mint, Trip to Africa, Trustful, Zilzal, and most probably then only Crown Towers. Now, guys, I've been punting. I said the other day, a guy asked me, and I've worked it out 48 years. And the big principle of betting is, or running is handicapping. That is how you find winners, by doing handicapping, because I can tell you 8 out of 10 the handicap works out. Yes, there is exceptions and there is surprises. It's part of the game. But working with the handicap, 80% of the time you will be successful. Now here's Crown Towers, the favorite. Now I'm going to tell you now who I like, but let's look at Crown Towers first, the favorite. Now, Crown Towers is a talking horse. Everybody goes Crown Towers, Crown Towers. Now, I want to take you back to last year, 25th of July, 2020. This horse was back from 9-10 to 15-10, and based on his run behind Bulgarian. I was preaching this horse in Famous Fox. In Famous Fox was running as one of the 2 previous editions of that race. So he's going for the 3rd run. And I explained to the people there was no way, based on, because Crown Towers ran 2nd to Famous Fox the year before in 2019. So I said, Crown Towers can never, ever beat Famous Fox. And I was 100% correct. He couldn't beat it. Then he's run some decent races behind Golden Duck, and he's beat Trip to Africa and Black Nap. Now, Trip to Africa and Black Nap certainly is not world beaters, and he had to beat them because he was weighted to beat them. He was the favorite, and he beat them, which is great. That was how it was supposed to be. But certainly in this field today, he's only probably 5th in the handicap. So to bet this horse 2-1 the field, it just doesn't make sense. I don't say the horse cannot win, please. But sometimes we have to think about our betting and how we bet and how the bookmakers price up. I would have think you would have priced up here 3-1 the field or 7-2 the field, but not 2-1 the field, because this horse can be beaten. He has been beaten before when he was a favorite. Now, this horse is now carrying his American 115. Now, here he's running against his stablemate. Where is the stablemate? Here's a stablemate, Double Mint. Now, Double Mint is not a slouch. He has won 7 races. He's rated 118. And let's just go there again, just to Crown Towers is rated 115. So there is 3 kilograms between them. So on that, he should get 1.5 kilogram between Double Mint and Crown Towers. So Double Mint is better off for 1.5 kilograms. Okay. So now a lot of people is making the mistake to say that Double Mint is a stayer, but this horse has certainly surprised me. He came back after a rest, ran 7 lengths behind Casimir at 1,200 meters, which certainly was too short for him. Then he ran 2nd to Pinkerton, and Pinkerton came out to win again after that. And then he beat over 1600 meters, he beat Capiora, which won a small feature last year here in Durban, Capiora. And from draw 5, keep kicking the man on board. This guy is one of the most underrated jockeys in terms of he is really riding well. He can ride. He can. Now, if you also see here that this horse ran in July 3.7 behind Do It Again from 104, now 118. He went up 114 and then I got another 2 points when he beat Cornell Yellow. Okay, so I just want to check something. That was in July 2019. It doesn't show here. Okay, so this horse has been running in July against much stronger opposition. And to my mind, I would have think that number 5 Double Mint might be the right choice in this race today. Then for outsider selections, I'm gonna go for the number 4 horse, which is well, no, sorry, for the number 9 horse. Sorry, I've got the wrong race. Number 9. Now, number 9 here is currently 3rd in the handicap. Now, number 9, Trustful, that's also a horse that is not without ability. Here, this horse ran behind Bulgarian on the 20th of June, 2 lengths, carrying 56. Now, on the 20th of June, Crown Towers also carried 56. He ran 4.45 behind Bulgarian. Trustful ran 2nd, 3 lengths behind Bulgarian. So 1.5 lengths on the same weight. On the same weight in front of Crown Towers. Now, Crown Towers today is carrying 60. Trustful is carrying 58. So he's 2 kilograms better off, and he beat him last time. So on handicapping, Crown Towers cannot finish in front of Trustful. And Trustful had a nice race behind Trip of Africa last time out, which is also a horse that's currently surprising. So as you can see that, for me, you know, I don't want to put people off from the horses, but I just want to put them in a perspective to see that sometimes the bookmakers don't get it right, and you can't follow the bookmakers blindly. It's not possible. Now I see here Double Mint is now 92. It was 5-1 a little while ago. So certainly this makes it a very open race, and there are other horses with chances. Now, Trip of Africa is a trippy by a horse Chestnut. Now, this horse always run over shorter distances. And then on the 22nd of November last year, they put it over the 1400, over the 1600 meters, getting -2.5. And I said to the guys, you know, put money on, was my outsider selection. He then beat African Sunrise. And then he came from behind, beating Trustful. And I just got a feeling maybe the 2000 or the 1900 is not out of his capabilities. He's run over the 70-50. Maybe if the jockey can spare him and don't take him to the front, this horse can certainly be a contender. And then we move up down to number 10, She's a Keeper, who I've worked out is 1 kilogram out of the handicap, only carrying 50. But saying that, she's still an improver, a 4-year-old filly, only had 5 runs for 4 wins. I'm not sure what her strategy is going to be today, because she's from draw 10. They're going to tuck her behind and she run out, or they're going to take her to the front. But I think to take her to the front would be suicide. I can only see him, you know, dropping out a little bit and bringing her from behind. But what the thing is, I've never seen a horse that run 5 times with every time fastest 400 to finish. So that means this filly can finish. And from 50, surely she's have a good chance. So, and so hopefully, if you've now listened to my thing, there's one horse I just want to touch. Zilzal, also a horse of ability, and also better handicap than Crown Towers. But the problem with the Zilzal, you never know which Zilzal is pitching up. You're going to get the horse that won the Summer Cup, or you're going to have the horse that ran 37 lengths behind Summer Pudding, or 12 lengths behind Running Brave, 15 lengths behind Summer Pudding. That is the problem with Zilzal. There's no consistency, but you have to include it for the day that he does decide to run. He can beat this field. So all in all, as you can see, I really think that there's more than just one horse in this race than Crown Towers. I might be the ape with the pudding on my face afterwards, and you're all going to laugh at me, or you're going to thank me and say, listen, thank you for showing us that there are other horses in this field. So let's move on to race number 8 now, which is the 1600 meters measured at 77 handicap. Now let's have a look at the betting. Number 7, Mr. Gonzalez, 7-2, Else My Daddy, 6-1, Parktown, 8-1, Congo Compact, 8-1, 17-2, Baby Express, 9-1, Tomzo, 11-1, Time Taker, Master to be 12-1, Count Mars, 14-1, Blue Planet, 16-1, King's Crusade, 18-1, 18-1, High Bull, and 20-1, and better the rest. Now, for me, certainly the most open race on the card, and now race number 8. And then here, my first selection is number 14, unfortunately drawn badly, but hopefully Kamalo can get the best out of this horse. And that's number 14, Time Taker, from the Nathan Cotson stable, not the Grand Con stable. This horse won his maiden quite cozily, 1600 meters, was never expended. He has run 5 times, and out of the 5 times, 3 times, he was fastest to 400 finish. Last time out, not disgraced, running in an 82, now back in a C77, and I'm expecting a huge run from Time Taker. Horse definitely you cannot leave out of your calculations. Then outsider selections, I unfortunately have got also horses with widely drawn, and my first one is number 11, Blue Planet. This horse has had one run after his maiden, finishing 2.3 behind Mr. Gonzalez, but there is a difference in weight, but certainly not to the weight turnaround to beat Mr. Gonzalez, but certainly can go closer, can go close to against Mr. Gonzalez, which I will talk to you just now. And my other outsider selection, number 13, High Bull. And High Bull is by Flying the Flag. And if you notice, it was quite a few flying the flags that I mentioned today. This stallion, I'm not too sure about his breeding, but as his 2-year-olds are really not doing well, but it looks to me as they mature, they started running well, because he is starting to get the winners, and certainly a talent that you need to start following, or the Flying the Flags. Now, Flying the Flag has run on his day, beaten by Flight Song. Now, Flight Song is a decent horse in her own. Good Time Guy, also a decent horse. Spring Fling, I think, won 3 in a row, plus another one after that. Last time out, be Iron Psycho King, it says not interested, bet, no. But for me, this horse didn't run too bad. 23 seconds, 400 to finish, really not too bad. And I think that High Bull can improve from that, unfortunately drawn 13. Then we want to have a look at number 8, which is Parktown. I think Parktown also horse that can be involved. Last time out also ran in a 74 and can definitely improve from that. And then we have a look on the favorite, which is number, where is it now? Oh my God. Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez is from the Paul Muscat stable. Did win 2 in a row, but in a 66 maiden and a 66 D handicap. Now today, running against a little bit stronger. And again, you know, I think for a young horse like this to win 3 in a row, if he can do that, then certainly he might have a future. But he's going to have to prove himself today. And I've just got a feeling that there might be 1 or 2 horses. He's carrying 60 top weight. I think there's just 1 or 2 horses that might be able to beat him. So then let's move on to the last race, the 9th race, which is a maiden plate over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 3, Montelo, 17-2. Koopa Trupa, 7-2. Zero Rate, 7-2. Let's Go Fly, 10-1. Rabondos, 12-1. Bring Me Sunshine, 14-1. 20-1, and longer the rest. Now, in this race, my first selection is the number 1 horse, Let's Go Fly. First of all, Revelant is in form. Luke Ferraris is riding well. The horse has got the #1 draw. If you have a look, you'll see in his last 3 runs, this horse 12 out of 15, 14 out of 16, 9 out of 11, never got the break, and ran on well behind Jackpot. Crop Misuse ran on. But again, we're sitting here with a flying the flag out of a Tiger Reach filly. And I'm from the opinion that this 2000 might suit this horse down in the ground. So therefore, my first selection number is 9, #1, Let's Go Fly. Then outsider selections, you're looking at #7, Seattle Beat. One of the things that I always say to people, punting, that you need to watch out for stables that comes into form. Now, Kub Naidu has had 1 or 2 winners the last week or 2, and certainly that is an indication that his stable is getting into form, and he's got the services here of Kumalo, which certainly put this horse in the best, put this horse in the best spot. And I'm also thinking last time out the 2,400 might have just been a little bit too far. And also in the race behind Secret is Ours, that was a very nice race. The horse stayed on. So definitely a horse that can upset the apple cart. Currently #7 is at 20-1. That's the kind of horse that you want to include in your play if you're looking for a big pick 6 payout when you're still in the running here. And here's #11, Uplifted. It's in McGock. Also only had 7 runs so far. And last time out over the 2000 was behind Decorated, but also this McGock from a Jetmaster mare, Stuart Randall, unfortunately drawn 12. I just got a feeling that the Nathan Kotson, I don't know if you also noticed, is getting winners, and that can also be that #11, will start improving. And here we have #12, Deep Global. Guys, just chuck in this horse. It's a global view by Albert Hall. Eric Nguana had a nice winner the other day for Gavin van Sale, and now he's riding for his son. This horse showed a little pace over 1,700 meters, and it might just be if they, can save the horse a little bit, that the 2,000 meters can suit, and certainly would be a big upset for the pick 6. Should #12 arrive at 45-1. Just chuck it in the back ends of your quartets and trifectas. Then here we have #10, Zero Rate from the Gavin van Zyl stable. Certainly also a horse of ability, drawn 10, can also win in this race, not without a chance. So also need to be included. And then I want to have a look at #3, the favorite Montero. Gavin Arena on board, coming from Joburg, where he has had some decent runs, 4 lengths behind, 6 lengths behind, but certainly not any of his runs would make me rush to the bookmakers to take the odds of 17-10 currently on offer. I think it's a bit short for this horse. Again, maybe a favorite that's priced up by bookmakers to suit them. But the horse doesn't not have a chance. Surely it has got a chance. It's nicely drawn. And normally the form from Gauteng is a little bit stronger than from in KwaZulu-Natal. But there are exceptions to the rule. So certainly #3, Moneterio, horse that needs to go into all of your play. That brings us to the end of this preview. I hope I could have able to point you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.